Alright guys, I want to make this video on whether or not you should cut or bulk. So if you're a beginner, there's a few routes you want to go through, and I'm assuming that most of you guys want more of the Hollywood physique or pretty much the bare metal physique. I can't imagine there's many other physiques that you probably actually want, but anyways, this will give you the steps of what you should be doing and what to do if you need to get to that goal. But the first thing you need to do is evaluate whether or not you're over 20% body fat. If you are, I don't care what your goals are, you need to cut. Being over this settling point is not healthy. Your blood markers are going to be bad, and it's just not a healthy thing to do. So I recommend cutting down to about 15%. This is basically if you're a complete beginner. I always drop down to this level, and so that way we can start another process. But then that caters towards what kind of physicals you have, because I honestly believe that this is probably the most optimal body fat percentage range. It's probably not the most aesthetic. I could argue actually this to 12% is probably more optimal for health and looks, but those two percentages are awful body leeway, because if you're over 20% body fat, cutting on 12% body fat is kind of a pain in the butt, no lie. But if you start at 20 and cut down to 15, that's pretty easy. And I'm assuming you're 20% body fat because one, you're either a powerlifter, or two, you're just an overweight beginner. But either way, I don't ever recommend anyone ever go below, over 20% body fat. So, and then the next thing you need to evaluate is what kind of fitness goals do you have. Obviously, if you're going for the route of the physique, like the Hollywood physique, then you probably want to cut down to 10% body fat. I say 10% body fat is the lowest you'll ever want to go. I'm sorry, it's not healthy going under 10. I don't know why people think they want to get under 8. Sorry, but it's not worth it. So there's a lot of downsides to having a very low body fat percentage, especially at 8. I say 10 is basically the best you could have while having a really good physique. But if your fitness goals around, I'll say, become a really strong powerlifter, then it'd be around 15 to probably around 18% body fat is what I recommend you probably want to stay around if you care, if all you do is really care about strength. Because anything above that, again, it's just, I think I'll debate you on whether or not that's actually even healthy for you or not be over this number. But anyways, so if you want the Hollywood physique, then you gotta look at this little thing called returning experience. Are you a novice? Are you intermediate? Or are you an expert? I'll tell you right now, if you're a novice, Hollywood physique probably shouldn't be your interest right now. Hollywood physique should be when you're intermediate. I say you focus on getting that Hollywood physique once you're an intermediate lifter, aka you can probably bench more than 1.3 times your body weight. You can squat at least twice your body weight, and you can deadlift probably around 2.5 to 3 times your body weight. That's when I say you're probably past the novice phase. But if you don't, you're gonna look like a stick. And it's better than looking overweight, but again, if you can get down to 15% body fat, I think that's where you would probably want to recomp. If you're a beginner and you still have many years of your life dedicated to lifting and getting those numbers that I just presented to you, then stick in this range. This is where you're going to be the most optimal for building muscle, and you can recomp, especially if you're a beginner. Recomping is a very useful tool when you're starting out lifting. But if you're something that's more experienced, if you're intermediate, yeah, you can go for the Hollywood physique. I probably would recommend that because you're probably going to be in the intermediate phase for a few years before you even touch expert level lifts or strength or any type of feats. But if you're basically, once you pass the expert phase, you could do whatever you want, basically, because once you're at that really high end point, your progress is going to be so minimal. But I mean, you can still make progress, but it's going to be not nearly as apparent as you were if you were a novice or an intermediate. So so the Hollywood physique, if you're at least past novice. Sorry. My inner retard came in. But anyways, Hollywood physique, unless you're past a novice. That's why I recommend you. That's why if you want to get this physique, aka shredded abs, well, not shredded, but like you look good. Like you look like someone like Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, maybe even someone like Brad Pitt from Troy, all that fun stuff. But I'd say past novice, then you can probably get the Hollywood physique. But for powerlifting, then you'll never need to worry about getting below this little number right here. Unless you're trying to hit a weight class, but then again, I think you should just be more optimal in the weight class that you choose, which is around 15 to 20% body fat. But never go over. Again, I think at that point leverages are not nearly that important in comparison to your actual basic health. You do get leverages. It is a fact. You are stronger here than you are here. I can debate that. I mean, I can sit there and play that all day. You're going to be more strong at 50% body fat versus 12. One, because you have way more leverages at 50% body fat. Let's, for instance, if you take bench, for example, if you have more body fat on your back, of course, the range of motion is going to be shorter. And again, if you have more fat, you have more down in your chest, and the range of motion is decreased. And so, likewise. But in the long run, I say everything basically comes down to, if you're past novice, go for whatever you basically want. But I would, again, never get below 10. Never below 10%. Again, too many health risk factors, unless you're a men's physique competitor, or you do plan on stepping on stage. But then again, guys, there's many dangers getting below this number. You can get a lot of eating disorders. You can. There's been people that died because they try to get too lean. But if you are a men's physique competitor, or you have those really rare genetics that can handle such low levels of body fat, then go for it. But in the long run, it's more of longevity. The fitness is the thing. This is the thing that you want to use to optimize your health. You know, you can get aesthetics. There's no problem with that. I honestly believe that there's a law of attraction. If you're doing this for physical appearances and to look good, then yeah, I completely agree that you should be doing something like this, because law of attraction, honestly I believe looks do matter, without a doubt. I'm not shallow, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm being real. But anyways, this should probably answer whether or not you want to cut or bulk, but that's up to you.